When you tell your doctor or your coach that something hurts, you're leaving it up to your doctor or your coach to interpret what that means. Because pain, hurt, is a very subjective thing. At Active Life, we have 4 terms that we like to teach our clients that they can use with us or with the coach in their gym so that it can become very clear exactly what is going on. The 4 terms mean very different things, and when we use them as a common language, it's easier for us to help you help yourself. Here we go. The first term is insult. Insult is going to be what we will call a subconscious stimulus. This means you can't feel it. So if you're sitting in a chair and you're comfortable, your body is still being bombarded by the environment, but it's not necessarily a problem. The moment that you start to feel that bombardment and you get uncomfortable, even if momentarily, it's considered irritation. So irritation is when that subconscious stimulus becomes conscious. Now, if you've heard of the idea of good pain versus bad pain or soreness versus injury, all these kinds of things, irritation is meant to guide your decision making here. Irritation is necessary to drive adaptation. What that means is that if you're really comfortable the whole time that you're exercising, you're not making any changes. That's intuitive, you understand that. How much should you take before you decide this is actually painful and it's causing me a problem? Well, pain is a negative emotion that is brought on by uncertainty tied to irritation. Let me break that down. What does that mean? You start to feel something that's uncomfortable. The more sure you are of what it is, the less it's going to hurt. Think about a paper cut. You get a paper cut, you're like, and it stings and it hurts a lot for a moment, and then it's gone. It's just really annoying for a few days. You see a kid get a paper cut, they think they're losing their finger. That's because they are unsure of what this thing that they're feeling is. It's the level of uncertainty that leads to more and more pain. And that uncertainty leads to emotion. So pain is just a negative emotion. Injury is the decision that I can't. So why this is relevant is people tell us all the time, I have a knee injury. And we tell them, well, we saw you walk in. We saw you get out of that chair. You were able to drive your car. So it's not that you have a knee injury. It's that you have a blank injury, perhaps a squatting injury, a running injury. You've decided that you can't run, you can't squat right now. But that changes everything about the way that you think about your knee, because you don't have a knee problem. Your knee is only problematic when you do these things, which allows us a much better idea for what you need so that we can solve for the problem you're dealing with. We're not going to cut your knee out. We're not going to give you systemic drugs. No, the problem is with squatting. Great, well then it's not a knee problem, it's a squatting problem. So we commonly ask our clients at Active Life, are you dealing with irritation or are you dealing with pain? Irritation will mean that basically the discomfort is something that we are aware of. We understand where it's coming from. We understand how to make it go away. We understand that what we're doing is actually beneficial for us, or we don't. If any of those things are untrue, then we classify it as pain, and we make a decision that momentarily we have an injury and we need to change the activity. Think about using this language with the coaches in your gym. Think about using this language with the doctors who you work with. Give them the understanding that I understand I need some irritation in order to drive any adaptation, but I'm not sure if this amount of irritation is too much. Am I causing a problem? That will give somebody more ability to help you with the problems you're dealing with more specifically. Turn pro.